the Giannis Amazon Prime documentary that
Yeah.
was released.
Okay.
Just this week, they released the NBA basketball doc called Giannis: The Marvelous Journey. And I actually went to the Prime premiere to check it out. So anybody out there, if you have Amazon Prime, they've in the past few months have been doing this thing where you can sign up for tickets, and they also hook you up with a small drink and a small popcorn. So it's definitely worth it if you're an Amazon Prime member to look into the Prime premiere.
Oh yeah.
I think that the documentary is a must-watch for any NBA fan. If you love basketball, you're going to enjoy this documentary.
Yeah.
And also big for Milwaukee Bucks fans who get to have a spotlight on their legendary superstar.
Oh yeah.
And many know that Giannis is of Nigerian descent on both parents' sides, and that he came to Greece before coming to Milwaukee. So,
Right.
how impressive is it that a foreign-born player has dominated in the NBA for the last decade?
Man, it's I don't even know how to describe it. Usually players like him, they don't usually have a big impact coming into a USA National Basketball Association, but him and how much he's achieved and his toughness, it just shows you like, yo, it doesn't matter where you're from. You know, if it's in you, it's in you, and he has it. So yeah,
Yeah, the Greek Freak is his nickname,
yeah.
and I know that this could be taken either way. If he was playing poorly, it would definitely be an insult.
Mm.
Although he was started off dominating the competition,
Competent, yeah.
and he didn't really like or quite understand it at first. Although he has since embraced the nickname, and language has changed so much throughout the years. For
Yeah.
example, if you heard me say that Giannis played filthy the other night, or
Yeah.
that he's a bad man, would you consider this to be a negative?
Play filthy. No, because like I said, I feel like that's just people that understand sports and understand how it goes. They pretty much understand like what the language is versus people that's not really engaged in it. They probably would. They'll be like, "What do you mean he's filthy? Is he dirty?" They'll take it any type of way. You know.
Yeah, I've had to explain that to my mom on a few different occasions.
Yeah, it's just people that don't really understand it or is not into the game like that. So that's it.
Yeah, I wanted to come up with a new nickname just for fun. So let me know what you think of these.
All right.
Maybe the Grecian Artesian, or maybe the Grecian Demon. I like that one. That's my favorite.
Grecian Demon. Yeah, I like that one too.
He might not go for that though, because he's part of the Greek Orthodox Church, so he might kind
Oh
of frown
yeah,
on the
yeah, yeah.
demon
That
part.
yeah.
But that kind of goes back to language. I mean, demon. If I said the pass rusher was a demon, that
Yeah.
means that he's producing on the football field.
Right. Exactly.
And it was also interesting how he met his fiance. He said that he saw her when he was in Las Vegas, and he actually asked his friend to go get her phone number. And
Okay, okay.
does this sound like a move a two-time NBA MVP would make?
Um, yeah, kind of, yeah. It's different. Like I feel like it's based off personality. You know what I mean? Some people have that confidence to kind of just go, you know, and some players don't. So yeah, it's based off his character.
I think that's one of the reasons that he's so lovable. He's, kind of shy. He's not a player or a playboy or a ladies' man, anything like that.
Yeah.
He's just a basketball player in love. And surprisingly, the NBA legend struck out. He did not have initial success with Mariah, and she said no to giving the phone number.
Oh man.
Is it surprising to hear she refused the first request for her digits and he didn't get her number?
No, it's not really surprising, but I feel like she's probably regretting it now. Seeing that how much it's success. I don't know when this happened. Maybe it was earlier in this.
Oh, well, they ended up getting together. She said, I'm not going to give you my number, but if you want, you can look for me on Instagram.
Okay, got you. Okay, so it worked out. It definitely worked out.
Yeah,
Okay.
it sounds like he was kind of going the old-fashioned route.
Yeah.
Like giving phone numbers used to be the way to contact someone. So you think social media is probably now the preferred method?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's how most people. I guess they want to see how their reaction kind of goes first before they get into the number. I think that's just the new generation thing.
It's kind of a way to vet people and see
Yeah.
what they're all about before
Yeah.
you.
Intentions with like what is everything.
I know one of the things I noticed watching the documentary is that there were only a few shots showing his prowess as a defender, and the documentary showed much more scoring, like three-pointers, dunks, things like that.
Yeah.
And I personally prefer defense and wish that they showed more of his elite defensive production.
Mhm.
His defense in the finals in the 2021 against the Suns was enough to allow Milwaukee to win the championship.
Yeah,
So how underrated is Giannis as a defensive player?
he's very underrated. And I feel like most people don't really see it from him unless Milwaukee is doing good. Then it's like, oh, okay, let's. Then they're more lined in, like locked in with, okay, what is he doing? You know what I mean? So he's not just an offensive player. He's definitely, if I was to choose out of him, Embiid, and um, Davis, let's just say Davis. I know I throw him in there a lot. I would choose Giannis.
Yeah, I agree.
He's more reliable. He understands what it takes to, and the toughness. He's gonna bring that.
His athleticism and his ability to play all these different positions too, that's invaluable to the Bucks.
Yeah.
How come it seems like basketball and the NBA in particular that the defenders are always forgotten or underrated?
I don't know. I guess a lot of people just focus on the stars, the people that scoring the most points, and I mean all that's cool, but I feel like these are the most important type of guys, the defenders, the defensive players. And I guess it's kind of just like that. The people that's really the more important like when the game is happening, they're kind of left in the shadows. And some people don't really want that spotlight, type. So maybe he's just one of those. He is one of those type of players. Like, I'm not really looking for the spotlight, but in my opinion, if somebody was to ask, yeah, top.
Yeah, when Giannis actually joined the Bucks, they were sharing a court with priests. Interestingly, the practice facility was located at an archdiocese over there in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
and there were actual priests standing around, kind of making their presence known. Pretty much giving the Milwaukee Bucks, get off our court. It's our, time to shoot around.
Yeah,
and what was interesting was it was also known as kind of a shabby facility, just not quite up to the NBA standards, and most of the Bucks players hated it. But what was interesting, Giannis loved it. He said that he felt comfortable there.
Mm-hmm.
He was reminded of the facilities he used in Greece, and that helped him get comfortable. Do you think this kind of mindset led to his eventual success?
Yeah. Like I said, he's humble. He's not really, picky or anything like that. He's wherever he can find a spot to play at. That's just shows you like the difference between who really loves the game and who's like looking for that spotlight and fame.
There for the money.
It's talent. Like they're both talented, but he's not looking for all that. He just wants to win. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, it does sound like things got pretty intense there with the priests at the practice facility. Do you think Jason Kidd ever had to break up any rumbles after practice between the priests and the players?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure words were shared and, a lot of things was probably happening, but I don't think it got physical or anything. It shouldn't have.
No, it was just kind of more of an intimidation factor.
Yeah.
They were saying that the priests were all getting set up, like taking their shirts off and stuff.
Yeah.
They had their basketballs and they were ready to play.
Okay.
So. And I don't want to spoil too much about the documentary, but I think we could finish off the segment with our favorite Giannis memory.
Okay.
And I have to say, his performance against the Suns is definitely my least favorite because the Suns almost had their first championship.
Yeah.
But I got to say, probably my favorite is the back-to-back MVPs. What about you?
I would have to say that too, man. Back-to-back MVPs, the fact that he was able to get a championship ring. You know what I mean? It could be possibly getting another one this season, with help. He has help now. He has Damian. And they're one of the hottest. Well, they're one of the top teams right now, other than the Celtics.
Yeah, so y'all let us know what your favorite Giannis memory is, and if you catch the documentary, tell us what you think in the comments, please.
Definitely.
J&J Sports, coming to y'all with more in 2024.